I'm Eric Thompson with the Windermere Leadership Academy. I'm so happy that you joined us for our very first episode of the Leadership Academy show, and how fitting that this would be our first lesson that we've taught here in the Leadership Academy, because this is a big aha, one of the biggest ahas I've ever had as a manager, as a leader, leading salespeople in my career. I had this aha about 2 years ago. And it came from this. It came from the fact that I've been lucky enough to be around all kinds of amazing realtors in my career. So I've been doing this 21 years. I've been around some high-flying people, some highly productive people, some incredible businesses that I've watched, that I've studied. And it hit me a couple years ago that I thought, you know what? I can predict someone's success in 3 questions. I'm lucky enough to travel around, to go on conferences, seminars, meeting new realtors, and I said, I bet I could predict someone's success with just asking them 3 questions. So here's what those 3 questions are, okay? First question that I can ask to predict success is, can you tell me about your daily routine? And what I'm looking for is a really specific, clear, strong answer to this. What I don't want is kind of the deer in the headlights, right? I don't want the blank stare when I say the daily routine, or I don't want, well, it kind of varies from day to day, or usually the first thing I do when I get up is I check my email, and then it's kind of scramble to get the kids out the door. Here's what I love to hear. I love to hear, here's the time I get up every single day, and then here's what I do for exercise every single day, which could be running, it could be stretching, it could be walking, it can be yoga, it can be any of those things, right? And then here's what I do to educate myself, here's the reading that I do, or I love to watch YouTube videos, or I love to listen to audios, things that are going to teach me, things that get me pumped up. And then I love to write down my affirmations or write down my gratitudes. The thing is, the little details of what happens every single day, that doesn't matter. What matters is that they have one, okay? So that's the point of the daily routine. We want them to have a daily routine that they're doing every day, because that's the thing that gets you ready for your day, and that's the thing that's going to cause you to have an amazing week, an amazing month, an amazing year, right? If you can get yourself right to kick off every day, and you do that with a great daily routine. A good friend of mine calls it the daily massaging of the brain, all right? So that happens with a great daily routine. So again, the point here is not so much in the details of the answer, it's in the fact that they have one. Number 2 question that I can ask is, tell me, how many people are in your database? 2 things I'm looking for here. First, the number of people, because there's a real specific formula that you can track for every single market that tells you how many transactions that should produce. So a certain size database will produce a predictable amount of transactions based on the market. So here in Fort Collins, we're filming this live in Fort Collins, Colorado. Here in Fort Collins, that number is 20%. So if someone has 100 people in the database, take that times 20%, that database will produce 20 potential transactions every single year. That's just a fact of our market. That's something that we can measure. That's something that we can go back and look at, that tells us that rule of thumb for our local market. A database of 100 people will produce 20 transactions on average. Now, it's going to vary a little bit from market to market, but normally for 100 people, it's going to be between 10 and 25 transactions per year that 100 people in a database can produce. More important than that, more important than the number that they tell me, is the fact that they have one, right? So what I don't want is a blank stare. What I don't want is for them to say, well, I kind of have some contacts scattered here and there. I got some business cards here. I got an Excel spreadsheet there. Kind of struggling to get my database together. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear that they have a database. Here's the database system that I use. It doesn't matter what it is, but they confidently tell me, here's what it is. Here's how I have my database organized. I know exactly how many people are in the database. So again, the point is, do they have one? So just like with the daily routine, do they have one? The point of the database is, do they have one? Third question that I can ask to predict success is this one. Can you tell me about the systems that you have in place to stay in touch with those people? So maybe you just told me that you have 200 people in your database. Great. Tell me about the systems that you have in place to keep in touch with those people. Now, same thing as before, what I don't want is the blank stare, right? And it doesn't so much matter what the details are of the answer. I'm just looking for the fact that they have systems. So what I love to hear is, oh yeah, that's easy. Every month my people get our company newsletter. Every month I send out a postcard that's an update on what's happening in the market. Every quarter my people get a phone call from me. Every year they get a call from me on their birthday and on their anniversary. Every year on their home anniversary I drop off a gift at their home. Every year I throw an appreciation party for all of my customers. And every year I throw a party for all my affiliate partners, my lenders, my inspectors, my title company, all the people on that team. Right? So that's the kind of answer that I love to hear because they have a specific detailed plan on how they stay in touch with the people in their database. So again, it's not so much about what are the details here, it's about do they have one. So as I ask these questions, I'm looking for three things. Do they have a daily routine? Do they have a database system that they use? Do they have a way to stay in touch with those people? So that's your lesson here for episode 1. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We'll keep having great stuff that will go out to you, real great content for both managers and for real estate agents. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you soon. Reach out to me if you want. Eric.Thompson@windermere.com. Have an awesome day. Bye.